Okay, so welcome everyone. My name is Philippa Jefferies, and with me I have another editor from River Publishers, Nicki, and I also have Rubén Sevilla, professor at Swansea University and president of the UK Association for Computational Mechanics. We're all here today to talk about the European Journal of Computational Mechanics and its new partnership with UKACM. So welcome both of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Nicki, would you like to start perhaps by introducing the journal a little bit and what it covers?
Yes, thanks, Philippa. So this is an interesting journal on quite a tricky area, unless you're it's like Rubén, you're an expert in computational mechanics. It started life as a French journal, the Revue Européenne des Éléments Finis, which I think is something about European and finite elements. It then had a small transition with a larger commercial publisher, which we won't name here, and then River saved it and has been experiencing some good growth with it over the last couple of years. We should also highlight the role of our emeritus editor-in-chief, Professor Hamid Bahai at Brunel, who has really been fantastic in leading the journal and holding on for the quality of the journal these past 10 years. So this year we were very keen to get links with a society, and so the first society we thought of was the UK Society, and approached Rubén, and I'm delighted to say he agreed to be an editor-in-chief and to help build a partnership with the society for the journal. So yeah, we're in a period of growth. We've got a good link with the top society, and we have two excellent editors-in-chief. So my job as publisher, I'm very happy. But Rubén, you tell us what you were looking for in a publisher for your society.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Philippa, for the introduction and for the invitation, and thank you, Nicki, for the invitation to join the journal. As president of UKACM, perhaps the first thing is to give a bit of background. The association was also founded in 1992, which is coincident, which is the same time as the journal. So we are both celebrating now the 30th anniversary. It was founded in Swansea by Professor Sienkiewicz, which is a renowned expert in the field and considered one of the fathers of the finite element method, and some colleagues also here at the university, where I am at the moment. The mission of the association is basically to provide a platform for the young generation of researchers in the field of computational mechanics. As such, what we offer is 4 prizes annually. In our annual conference, we offer a prize to the best PhD thesis, the best PhD presentation, the best postdoctoral researcher presentation, and also the best presentation overall, which is named after Mike Crisfeld. Also, we have a 4th prize, which is the most important of the association, is the Roger Owen Prize to the best PhD thesis. Is conferred annually, and the winner of this prize becomes the finalist of the European contest on the best PhD thesis in the field. So one of the key aspects of this agreement that we signed in between the association and the European Journal of Computational Mechanics is that the journal will sponsor these prizes, these awards. I believe that the journal will increase the visibility by doing that. And for UKACM is also important because we will be able to use the funds in order to provide other activities and other frameworks for the young generation to continue highlighting the research. In addition, the European Journal has offered free access to the journal to all the UKACM members. That's great because they're going to have access to a great deal of novel research in the field. And we believe that it will also provide a platform for the researchers to publish in this journal. So when I was invited to join the journal, I had no hesitation, actually. I knew the journal because it was founded, as Nicki said before, by colleagues of the French Association of Computational Mechanics, and it's a great honor to be part of this venture and try to help to increase the reputation and the visibility of this journal.
That's great. And one of the points you just made then, Rubén, about access is also one of the decisions that we've made together with the UK Association is to move the whole journal to being an open access journal over the next year to 18 months. So that will make the papers much more widely available, and we're also able to discount the article processing fees for members, and particularly those members who act as reviewers for the journal, as a way of encouraging younger researchers, especially those people who are winning the Roger Owen Prize. They're the ones we want to be reviewers and obviously send their papers to us. So yeah, it's a kind of win-win situation where it's helpful for both the society and the journal to get associated.
Absolutely.
So once we get past all the COVID and we actually get to meet, we can be at the next year's hopefully annual meeting.
Okay, and the 2023 conference, which will close the anniversary of the association, will happen in Warwick.
Warwick, okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Forward to being there. That's quite convenient for you in Oxford, Philippa.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you both for kind of explaining a bit about the new partnership we have with UKACM. Rubén, you mentioned that partnering with the journal will open up hopefully some new novel research topics to your members. I was just wondering if we could have a chat about what kind of key topics the journal's looking at, what kind of key topics the association's looking at in computational mechanics at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the computational mechanics field is very dynamic. I mean, the journal is aiming to publish novel contributions on a wide range of areas that include computational solid mechanics, structural mechanics, fluid mechanics, mechanics of materials, wave propagation, and reduce other modeling or other more novel activities. In particular, we are looking for contributions in multiphysics and multiscale problems. This is a very active area of research. But the list is endless. I mean, the computational mechanics area basically evolves driven by the needs of industry. So industrial partners, they need computational modeling tools in order to produce better designs. One of the areas that they are looking into is optimization. So this is another very active area of research. It encompasses different aspects of computational mechanics, finding better optimization algorithms, but also producing algorithms that are able to produce predictions and simulations in a fraction of the time. Because these optimization strategies, they need to explore a variety of designs, so they need to be able to produce very fast queries. An active and very novel area of research, I would say, is reducible modeling. This has proved very successful. I would include in here artificial intelligence and other machine learning algorithms that are becoming very popular, also in computational mechanics, and that are able to produce predictions in a fraction of the time. Also, novel algorithms that are capable of integrating areas of research that were disconnected in the past, like computational aided design and computational simulations. There is a great effort to try to close the gap in between these fields. And perhaps just to mention another one, I could be here for a long time. There is also a need always by industry to produce algorithms that are way more efficient. So commercial softwares and software used in industry and also in academia are traditionally based on techniques that finite differences, finite elements, finite volumes. They are decades old, and there are always fundamental contributions coming out with novel algorithms that are capable to produce the same accuracy, but in a fraction of the time. So I would say these are perhaps the hottest topics in the area at the moment. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some of them, and some people listening at this will say you are not mentioning this one, but the list is really endless.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, we're seeing an upsurge in those AI, machine learning sort of applications across all of our applied science journals. We're in something of a sort of dog days of summer. It's a big hot area across all of our journals. And I think some of those things you talked about, multi-scale problems, again, I work for another publisher in manufacturing, and there's a lot of interest in that. And like you say, to get the predictions quickly, to get the forecasts and the information almost instantaneously from the amount of data is very helpful. Yeah,
absolutely. And I think perhaps artificial intelligence is arriving slightly late to the computational mechanics arena compared to other areas. Artificial intelligence algorithms have been there for decades. But in my opinion, perhaps the reason why this is exploding at the moment in our field is because the amount of data that is required in order to do this fast prediction is now available. After decades of running softwares and industry running in different test cases, the amount of data that is necessary in order to produce these predictions is now becoming feasible for almost everybody. So
Yeah.
I expect a lot of papers to be coming out on this area, and we hope that some of them will come to us.
Yes, I hope so. Maybe a special issue next year.
That's an opportunity, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Fantastic. So you mentioned, Rubén, kind of the importance for computational mechanics when it comes to industry. Nicki, would you say that the journal particularly focuses on industry and that side of research?
Well, I think it's largely theoretical. So although it's an applied science, the computational modelling, the papers aren't especially applied to real world situations from the journal's point of view. They're applied to theoretical cases. So they're about this kind of modelling about the design of whether something would work. So it's that proving a case type of stuff that happens in the journals, which means that I think we get people from engineering departments and mathematics departments and physics departments and computing departments all interested in the journal, and I think that's quite a nice place to be. That's quite good.
Yeah, Rubén, you kind of mentioned that the journal and computational mechanics in general can be very multidisciplinary and bring these different areas together.
Absolutely. I mean, our field, as Nicki just mentioned, is a field that is multidisciplinary by default, by definition. The field of computational mechanics is really an intersection of these disciplines that Nicki mentioned. Is engineering, is mathematics, is computer science, and physics. And myself, I am a mathematician that has been working in an engineering department for almost 20 years now. So I think I am one of the examples of this multidisciplinarity, but you can find it everywhere. I mean, you need a bit of expertise in all these different areas and collaboration in between departments. You can see that in the papers that are published. Sometimes, very often, the co-authors of a single paper coming from different departments, from different disciplines and different backgrounds. So it's really an opportunity to collaborate, to learn from the others and make an advancement in the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, I'm a statistician, so not even a proper mathematician. It's very different level. So yeah, I think that the most exciting thing about the journal is that these are the scientists that put their papers together here. They're all united in trying to solve problems about how we can move everything almost across the board, how we can move things forward, how we can do everything better. Computational mechanics is going to help you, do that. So they're the ultimate applied science, which is where River Publishers really wants to set itself as an applied science publisher. And I think this is a great example and one of our flagship journals.
Yes, definitely. And kind of on that note, as we're coming to an end of our time here, Rubén, Nicki, I was wondering if you get your thoughts kind of on the future of the area and the future of the journal and our partnership with UKACM. Rubén, would you like to go first?
Yeah, fine. The future of the field. I think the future of the field, if I would summarize it in one word, I mean, it's very exciting. There are plenty of opportunities. The most important thing, in my opinion, is to be in contact with industry, because they are the ones that have the real problems. And it is for us, in order to provide techniques and to develop algorithms that are able to simulate more complex physical phenomena, which is what they need, and to do it as fast as possible. This is what is going to help us, the industry, to evolve, and this is going to have an influence on society. For the journal and for this partnership, I hope that this agreement provides a platform to enhance and increase the visibility of both the journal and the association. And basically, I hope that colleagues that are organizing conferences associated to national associations, European associations, or the international association in the field of computational mechanics, that they can join us by, for example, guest editing a special issue in our journal.
Yeah, well, I certainly echo that, Rubén. I see, my aims for the journal are more about improving its impact factor, attracting a stronger set of contributions each year, keeping our, we've got a very high rejection rate anyway, so keeping that standard high, pushing for a more international set of contributors, and continuing to see that growth and reflect that in the board and everything. So that my ambitions are sort of for the infrastructure of the journal, but I need Rubén, and his, and hopefully he needs me, and so it's that kind of partnership.
Absolutely.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you to both of you for joining me today. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how the growth of this partnership goes ahead in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. See you in Warwick.